Everyone, and Calvin says hello as well. Hi Calvin, it's James from livingonawoodenboat.com. We're inside the Junie Moon and we are making cookies. Yay! Those are chocolate chip pecan cookies, so not for people that don't like nuts, but I like some pecans. So we kind of wanted to go over that because that's something that's kind of a challenge, and the website and blog are called Living on a Wooden Boat. So, oh, look, trying to dry out a towel there. The heater's not on. Don't ever do that, by the way. If you cover your radiator heaters with the towels completely like that, it will... Oh, honey.
It's not on.
Oh, sorry. That's my wife. I love her very much, and that was a good shot. Anyway, so what we do is you have to be cognizant of a few different things. And say hello to everybody.
Hi.
When you're baking on a boat. So most boat stoves and ovens, let's see if we can get a shot of it, are kind of small. You know, so you can't cook a whole huge turkey in there or a huge ham for your holiday dinners, and we should have done this during the holidays, but we didn't. And when you do cook things like cookies, so you can see, you have to use a little bit smaller cookie sheet. And the other thing that's kind of different is temperature. Now, admittedly, our stove and oven setup are a little bit old, but they're still fairly modern, you know, within the 2000s anyway. So you can see our little temperature gauge there, which is really nothing more than a meat thermometer. Here, I'll pull it out. That's it. That's so. You tell me how accurate that sucker's going to be, because I just don't see it being very accurate. And so you have to be cognizant of that as well. Last night we went to Papa Murphy's and we made a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Oh, and you know, it says to cook them for 12 minutes at 425. You're going to be waiting forever before that little guy gets up to 425. So what we do instead is we let it get up to, you know, sort of the 275 to 325 range, and you just kind of watch it. You got to be careful with that kind of stuff too, because you can burn the bottom of what you're cooking. But obviously you see that my lovely wife Denise has figured out how to make the cookies. I mean, here's our little timer.
Just compensate more time.
So you compensate the time. You know, this is definitely your first batch of cookies that you ever make in an oven like that. You would definitely want to make a test cookie. I know our parents did those for years. So anyway, I just thought that would be an interesting little anecdote for those of you that ever wonder what we do when we cook on the boat. And the fact is that we treat our stove and oven almost like we would on land. But you just are cognizant of a couple of different aspects of it. You know, when we do mostly cooking on the stovetop, to be honest, but we do a lot of cooking in the oven as well. Denise makes breads and bagels and pretzels and all kinds of fun stuff. And there's one thing that I should mention as well for boats is that you just tend to cook more stuff. I don't know, it's sort of that way. We've never made bagels before we moved to the boat, but here we live on a boat and now we make bagels and they're delicious. So here's some other things that you want to be cognizant of. You know, storage is important on a boat, where to put stuff like, you know, your apples, and how to separate your vegetables and your fruit so that one doesn't make the other one, you know, overripe. So those things kind of work very well, and you'll see those on a lot of boats. The other thing that we've had really good luck with is this little bread box. I wanted something that didn't look like your typical bread box, so we got this one that looks a little bit more modern, out of bamboo. But even, you know, the bagels and stuff that we make, it really, really makes a difference in keeping everything fresh. So, you know, we like bread with our soups and stuff, and you get a nice Pugliese or something like that, and you can keep it in there for up to 3, 4, 5 days and still have it be okay. Which, you know, that stuff fresh bread goes overnight sometimes and turns hard as a rock. So anyway, I just thought we'd mention that. And I'm sure I could just sit here and blab on for hours because, of course, this is part of living on the boat. So thank you, everybody, for watching. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Have a nice afternoon.